If you've been having issues with Meta limiting you, it's probably your HiVA score. And if you haven't heard about it yet, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about it, what it is, how it works, and what the top advertisers do to skip the whole system entirely and start advertising at the highest tier and no limits immediately. I'm Richard from Uproas, and we have worked with over 1,700 online brands and currently manage more than $30 million per month in ad spend. So let's get into it. What is the HiVA score? It's basically short for the High Value Advertiser Score. It's Meta's internal trust rating for your business manager, but you can't really check it anywhere. It's never publicly displayed, but it controls your spending limits, ad approval speed, CPMs, pan risk, and access to real Meta support. So if you have a really low HiVA score, your spending limits are controlled by it and probably really low. If you have, for example, a high HiVA score, your ads get approved much faster, and same goes for ban risk. If you have a really low HiVA score, the chance of you getting banned from a couple bad ads is a lot higher. Now, there are 4 tiers to the HiVA score. Every single business manager sits in one of these. So they're usually listed out like bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. The bronze tier is given to basically every single brand new BM because they have no history with Meta. It means a $50 per day spending limit, higher ban risks, slower approvals, and pretty much no support. You just get the typical chatbot. Then silver. It's for BMs with moderate spend, consistent activity, and clean history. And they get reasonable stability, few random bans, and some scaling room. And then the third tier is gold. These are often found in agency accounts with stronger history and higher spends, which already means that they get high trust, a lower ban rate, and they can run more aggressive offers without getting limited by Meta. And then lastly, it's platinum. These are the top tier whitelisted BMs spending multiple $1 million per month, and they're often insight backed, which means that you get access to real Meta reps, you have max trust, nearly 0 bans, and the best CPMs. So when you start a new account, you start with bronze and you have so many limitations from budget to getting banned. But with platinum, you can pretty much start advertising from day one with no limits. That means no spending limits and pretty much no bans. Now soon we will get into how to build your HiVA score, but before we need to understand the consequences of low HiVA scores and why does it even happen. So I almost went over all of these before, but as I said, you get capped spending at $50 per day. You get slower ad approvals. Identical creatives take 24 to 48 hours to approve on bronze versus 1 hour on platinum business managers. Then you also get higher CPMs because low trust accounts get worse auction delivery. Your costs are higher for the same exact reach. Then higher ban risk. One borderline creative that platinum accounts survive can disable a bronze account outright. And also, you don't really have real support if you have a really low HiVA score because you're just not viewed as a high value advertiser. And lastly, restricted niche viability, supplements, weight loss, adult adjacent, that also goes for nootropics, are near impossible to run reliably from low trust BMs. And we'll get into it also. So if you want to run gray hat ads, you can't really do that on personal new business managers. But now, the 8 causes of low HiVA scores. Firstly, ad rejections and policy violations. It really already speaks for itself. If you want to raise your HiVA score, really play it safe. Then secondly, low page feedback score. Many of you don't know it, but Meta even tracks your shipping. So if you have slow shipping, chargebacks, and bad customer experiences, they all can lower your feedback score, which also pulls down your HiVA score. Then payment issues, which means failed cards, frequent billing switches, or mismatched billing details are silent trust killers. So make sure to use one consistent payment method. Then fourth is aggressive scaling spikes. That means jumping from 100 to multiple thousand overnight looks like fraud. So increase budgets gradually or scale horizontally. Then no page activity or engagement. Ignoring comments and DMs signals a hollow shell account. Meta flags low interaction pages as suspicious. So when you create a new page, make sure to go through all of the steps that Meta recommends to make it look as legit as possible. And that leads into the next one, to avoid fake or manipulated engagement. Both likes and fake comments are detectable and they damage your score even more than low but real engagement. Then seventh is recycled or unknown history assets. If you buy a BM from an unknown seller, it may carry hidden penalties from previous owners. So always know who you're buying your meta assets from and make sure they're a reputable seller. And lastly, taking it all together is new accounts with no history. There's no shortcut for time. New business managers just have low HiVA score because they don't have the history and trust built with Meta. So you can't rush it and you just have to build it up yourself. Here are the 8 steps to start building your HiVA score. This takes 2 to 4 weeks or even more of consistency to really get trusted by Meta. If you want to skip all of that, then I will talk about agency ad accounts, which start at the highest trust tier from day one and you get no limits. So you can run like gray hat niches from day one. But let's talk about how to build your HiVA score. So the first one is to start with lower spend. Ease it in. Don't spike your budgets from day one. Then secondly, run safe creatives first. So build that history with Meta before you even push any aggressive offers. Or jumping into a 6 point, make sure to really build the trust before you jump into any risky niches. Then thirdly, verify your business early. Upload any documents they're asking for, confirm your domain in the BM settings, and do everything Meta recommends. Then fourth, use one reliable payment method. Never switch cards too often and don't let payments fail. That's a really important one. Then don't edit live ads constantly. Erratic campaign behavior signals instability. Then we already talked about the sixth one. Don't rush into risky niches. Build your baseline first and then you can try moving into the gray hat zones. Number 7, warm up before scaling. So that means small budgets, clean approvals, and then start pushing it gradually. And number 8, keep feedback score clean. Reply to comments and DMs and maintain page activity. Now, what is the feedback score? It's a bit different from the HiVA score. HiVA score is based on your business manager, but feedback score is for your Facebook page. Now, the HiVA score is ad quality, policy history, and spend behavior, but the feedback score is based on customer reviews and engagement. But now, if you're an advertiser who wants to jump straight into the gray hat niches without having to manually yourself warm up the accounts, agency ad accounts might be a good fit for you. Because on personal ad accounts, you need to build the trust yourself, which takes time, money, and effort. But with agency ad accounts, you can start scaling from day one with no limits. So I'll go over both so you can kind of understand which one fits for you best. So personal ad accounts start at bronze with 0 history, get a $50 per day spending cap, get slower ad approvals, higher CPMs, and you get only automated support with higher ban risk in restricted niches. It takes weeks to months to build meaningful trust and no backup if one account goes down. So I'd say personal ad accounts are completely fine if you're a white hat advertiser, still testing products or scaling really gradually. If you don't feel that Meta is limiting you, I think personal ad accounts are completely fine. But now, if you're an advertiser who wants to scale really aggressively or works in any gray hat niche like weight loss, supplements, health, nootropic, or adult, agency ad accounts might be a good fit for you because they start at platinum, which gives them years of history. That also gives no spending limits from day one. It gives you faster ad approvals, lower CPMs, and direct access to real Meta reps. So if anything goes wrong, you get it solved really quickly. Then it also gives you greater stability in gray hat verticals, as I told you, and you skip the trust building entirely. Now, if anything does go wrong and you lose your account, you get unlimited replacements. So, as a conclusion, if you want to skip all of the trust building with Meta and you don't want to spend your time, money, and effort on raising your HiVA score, you can get an agency ad account, which starts at the highest trust tier from day one and giving you the ability to scale without limits. At Uproas, we provide cashback at the higher tiers. So if you're spending $100,000 per month, you get $3,000 back every single month, which also covers your account cost. As I mentioned in the beginning, we have worked with over 1,700 online brands and currently manage more than $30 million per month. So if you want to work with us, you can book a free strategy call from the link in the description, and we'll help you understand if agency ad accounts are the right fit for your business. If you have any comments, make sure to drop them in the comments, and I'll see you at the top.